Introducing the Egyptian Theater News Team, live from downtown DeKalb with Aaron Cronin, Brandon Pugh, Alex Nerad, Janine Holcomb, Nora Reeves, Cody Williams, Peter Lindsay, Alejandro Tracani. The Egyptian Theater News Team coming to you live on Facebook at the top of the hour, every hour on May 5th for Give DeKalb County. Get ready for lights, camera, donate.
And welcome to our hour. This day has just flown by. Absolutely amazing here on Give DeKalb County 2022. Where are we at right now? $23,673 raised so far from over 120 donors. Absolutely amazing. Again, our goal for the day was $25,000. We're currently at 95% of that goal, so we are so close, and we still have a couple hours to go. Hopefully, if you haven't donated yet, you will please go online and donate right now and help us reach our goal and hopefully surpass that. It is important to note, if you're watching those final numbers today, any donations that were mailed into the DeKalb County Community Foundation that were postmarked by today will still be counted. So over the next couple days, over the next week, these totals will hopefully still be going up a little bit. So we won't know what our final number is tonight, but we are very excited here and very appreciative of all the support. But you still have time, you still have till midnight tonight to make those donations online. So let's take a look at all of those donors that have, over the last hour, that have helped get that number way up for us. Again, another anonymous donation that came in, the Beck family. Thank you to Judy Bergsmith, Rita and Bill Finucane, Liz Canova, Orion Carey, in honor of Barb and Irv Kummerfeld, Sherry Couture, Coke Zero. I think you'll have to go and look at the note online to see what's up with that. Sue Durker, big thank you to Oscar and Maxine Durker, Sue's Pets. So big thank you to another good dog and another good cat. I'm not sure what the phrase is for that. Big thank you to Janine and Wade Holcomb, Maureen Kay, Paul Castle, one of our board members, Lady Trigger and Gunner. I'm assuming those are pets out there. Yes, I'm getting nods from behind the camera here. Neil and Krista Nafsker, I apologize for butchering that. Myself, joining our board in those donations, Cliff and Linda Olson, Stephen Parker, Sean and Mia, Jay Rippey, and Mike and Sharon Waddle. Quite the list here just in the last hour. Absolutely incredible for all of those donations that have come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't say thank you enough. So, our special guest this hour, Janine, is actually next door to the theater at Sports of All Sorts, SOAS, in front of the DeKalb Pride display with our next special guest to talk about DeKalb Pride and what's going to be coming up here at the Egyptian Theater. So let's head on over to Janine with our next special guest, Frankie.
Thank you, Alex. I am here just down the street at Sports of All Sorts with our very special guest, Frankie DiCaccio. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Frankie?
Yeah, so I live here in DeKalb, and I have a project called the Queer Oriented Rural Resource Network, or QORN. And you can see that we're standing in front of this big presentation of rainbow attire. And QORN is one of the groups that works with the Egyptian Theater on DeKalb Pride.
Yeah, and we just started this initiative last year in the midst of a pandemic. What was it like in that? Can you describe that feeling of that event we had last June?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why I started the project QORN that I have is because I wasn't seeing all of the aspects of queer community that are here in DeKalb. I just wasn't sort of seeing them on the surface. Mm-hmm. And one of the really exciting things that happened last year was that a bunch of folks got together, organizations, individuals, families, kids, older folks, and kind of brought that to the surface and made it a visible celebration. it was really special.
Yeah, so last year we hosted a free movie of Love, Simon. We had a march around the block. And can you speak about, we know in the community or on our committee how important it is, but to have, youth that see they're welcomed here, that you're supported here, that you are here to be yourself. What does that mean to someone young in our community?
Yeah. Statistically, we know that there is across our country a real mental health crisis in young people. And that's sort of across the board. That's not specific to any one group. But when you do zoom in on youth who identify as part of the LGBTQ plus communities, the numbers go up. And one of the ways that we can help combat that is by offering celebration and joy visibly for those young people to see. I think that it's particularly important, especially in a smaller place, right? When you're growing up queer, you see queer stories that take place in New York and San Francisco and West Hollywood. And I think one of the effects of that might be that your experience of where you live until you're 18 can be uncomfortable at times, if not downright painful.
Yeah.
And so I think as a smaller place, it's even more important to have a big celebration like that to make sure that the folks who are in your community see themselves reflected at home.
And we had a lot of different organizations come together with Pride. Can you talk about what it meant to host an event like we did last year with the march and with the movie at some place as visible as the Egyptian Theater?
Yeah, I think historically a lot of sort of queer events, queer parties were all these underground things. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It can add a kind of fun environment. But having a community partner like the Egyptian that is able to sort of plaster it and make it really visible, it doesn't cause any sense of shame or embarrassment is very quickly shed because of the amount of people who are participating, who are there to support, whether they're part of one of these communities or they just want to be there to be supportive as an ally or an accomplice. I think that visibility from a partner like the Egyptian is just really valuable.
And so, today is May 5th with Give DeKalb County, and we're heading towards June. How can someone, if they're an ally, if they're wanting to be a supporter of this community, what can they do?
Well, there's all sorts of things. There are different events that are happening throughout the year, right? We think of June as Pride Month.
Right.
So we'll talk about a little bit of that, but keep your eyes peeled because all the time there are different things going on. Specifically, though, coming up, we're going to have some films at the Egyptian. One will have a panel discussion surrounding it so that you get some context.
Yeah.
You get some insights from folks who are part of the communities. And maybe you can talk a little bit about the second film that you're going to be hosting, which is very exciting.
With Rocky.
Hey, Rocky's coming. There will also be a march around town. That's not just for folks who are part of the community. That's for anyone. Come on out. And, there's a long history in the queer communities of taking to the streets. And we are so lucky that we're able to do that in a celebratory way, lift up the joy. We talked a little bit about representation, and I think that the sense of joy is so valuable.
And last year's event was just eye-opening for us and just heartwarming to have so many young kids come up and say, I never had something like this in my community. I never had some place where I could go and be myself. And Rocky Horror has been that for us. We've had so many times where the cast has been, this is my place. This is my place where I can be me. There's no questions asked, and it's just full expression, which is just fantastic. So if you were to speak to our donors today who are giving to the Egyptian Theater and Give DeKalb County, why is it so important to give to arts organizations like the Egyptian Theater that, help spread the joy?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I've seen at the Egyptian, which is really inspiring, is that you all have offered the space and let others activate it. And I think that there's something so valuable about that. You have the infrastructure, you have a beautiful place, recently rehabbed. It looks really good. The bathrooms are really top-notch.
They're pretty solid.
And you've allowed members of the community like myself and others to come in and say, here's what I'm dreaming, here are the thoughts I would love to share with you. And you serve as sort of a megaphone for that. I think that's really valuable, and personally I'm very grateful for that.
Well, we're so excited to be part of this community. We've been part of this community for 92 years. And so looking forward for Pride for our community, what's your dream? What do you hope in, 5-10 years it looks like?
I think it can go in so many directions. I don't have one vision. And I think that's maybe the key to all of this is that there are a lot of different members of these different communities that fall under sort of the big queer umbrella.
Yeah.
And my dream, if there is one, is that more folks will get involved and help use Pride in a way that serves them, right? We want to hear from all corners of these communities, and I hope that the Egyptian will be involved as we move forward with that.
100%. We have been so excited to be involved in this. Last year was so great to see this come together, and looking forward already to this year. So thank you so much for taking the time with us. Is there anything else you want to add or anything I've missed on this conversation?
Just a reminder that today's the day. Give DeKalb County. Go ahead, visit the website, and your support will go a really long way.
Well, thank you. We look so forward. So stay tuned. Keep watching our social. We're going to be talking all Pride and all of the events we have going around in our downtown for all different age groups, all different demographics. And thank you so much for being part of the committee. We are so proud to be a part of it. And I'm going to send it back to Alex in the studio.
Thank you so much, Janine, and a big thank you to Frankie. We here at the Egyptian Theater are extremely excited for the second year to be participating in DeKalb Pride. We have started announcing some of those details, so if you want to go online to our website, egyptiantheater.org, you can see we're going to be showing the free documentary, or movie actually, sorry, it's not documentary, but free movie showing of Tangerine. We'll have a Pride March around downtown, a panel discussion after that, lots of other great collaborations with some other nonprofits here in town. Another example of just the many great things that the Egyptian Theater does within our community. So excited to do that, and so thankful, Frankie, taking the time to talk with Janine and talk a little bit more about some of the other things the theater is involved in. So our update for this hour, 23,773. We've gone up a little bit more again during that interview. Again, we're getting really close to that goal of $25,000. You've got till midnight tonight. Again, go online to lightscameradonate.org. Any donation made online through that website today up till midnight tonight is proportionally matched by a bonus pool that we are at, I believe, over $160,000. Is that correct? More head nods. So again, every dollar goes even further today. So thank you so much to all of our donors. We'll be back again at 9 p.m. with one final update from Janine and I, wrapping up our day. That doesn't mean, again, that you can't donate till midnight, but we'll be here one more time, Facebook Live, 9 p.m., Janine and I with one final update from us here in our news studio. So we'll see you hopefully back here at 9 p.m.